Welcome back. Let's now talk business. And the World Animal Protection has raised concern about the safety of pork and poultry meat from supermarkets after a recent study found significant bacterial contamination on these products. The study, which was conducted between April and July 2020, saw a total of 187 pork samples and 206 chicken samples collected from branches of 6 supermarkets in Kenya.
World Animal Protection has raised concern about the safety of pork and poultry meat from supermarkets after a recent study found significant bacteria contamination on these products. The study, which was conducted between April and July 2020, saw a total of 187 pork samples and 206 chicken samples collected from branches of 6 supermarkets in 6 selected counties of Kenya.
What we then did was to not only look at pigs or pork, but also look at chicken meat. So last year we went and collected samples from the top 6 supermarkets in Kenya. I remember that around April and May 2020, when that survey was done, the country was literally under lockdown and the whole world, globally, there was lockdown. So we were restricted to doing the survey or the study in Kenya. So samples were then collected from branches of the 6 main supermarkets in Nairobi, Nakuru, Uasin Gishu, Kisumu, Nyeri, and Laikipia counties. And the samples were sent to the Center of Microbiology Research at Kenya Medical Research Institute in Nairobi.
The samples were analyzed for bacteria growth and sensitivity to World Health Organization recognized antibiotics at the Center for Microbiology Research of the Kenya Medical Research Institute, KEMRI, in Nairobi. The most common contaminant was E. coli bacteria. However, known enteric pathogens such as Salmonella and Shigella were also isolated. While a majority of the contaminants were not necessarily harmful, the presence of Salmonella and Shigella was concerning, as there was the likelihood of animal origin from the farm level. This is a worrying trend being driven by farmers who are giving antibiotics to their livestock to prevent them from getting sick due to low animal welfare provisions in their farms. A study done in Kenya by the Global Antibiotic Resistance Partnership (GAP) reported that up to 70% of the imported antibiotics are given to chickens, pigs, and cows.
And essentially, when studies have been done across the globe, 131,000 tons of antibiotics are used annually. And 75% of that antibiotics actually go to production systems, to farming systems, especially chickens, poultry, and at certain levels, dairy. It is estimated that around 63,000 tons of antibiotics were used in livestock production in 2010, and it was projected that it will grow by about 67% by 2030, barely 8 years from now, 8-9 years from now. And it will actually double in the countries known as BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So essentially what we are saying is that Africa, which our surveys, other studies seem to suggest that Kenya is almost where South Africa is. It shows that about in another 8 years, we will be doubling what we are consuming in terms of antibiotics.
World Animal Protection is calling on retailers, farmers, government, and consumers to take urgent action in addressing the superbug crisis.
Coffee farmers from various factories